Everybody to flight 759. No smoking is seatbelt light. We have a short flight to Vancouver. It's pretty smooth going throughout the whole trip.
Yeah, well, how'd we end up here? The rest is history, I guess.
I was in the Army twice. I had a big break in service, and after 9/11, I wanted to get back into it and definitely miss out on the.
Yeah. Well, now you have like a whole setup. You know, you've got all your animals, you have your ducks and your horse and
Chickens.
Yeah, and your chickens. And now, so what's it like now being like, how long has it been since you've been with somebody now?
How long's it been since I've been in a relationship?
You're really?
I don't even know. A long time. And I sit down and order a beer, and then some girl comes out of nowhere.
Shut up. Okay, shut it.
She was an attractive girl, and like I said, she it seemed like a really outgoing personality too. It was really, just fun even just talking to her until I looked down at her feet.
Hey guys, welcome back to Christmas 2025 episode 2. So let's go ahead and explain how this is going to go. So I was out and about tonight on Friday night, November 21st, 2025. Hopefully you'll see this right before Thanksgiving, because we're rolling right into Vlogmas and I'm not ready for sure. But for those of you that don't know, my name is Christina. This is Christina from Scratch. The name hence is that this channel is brand new. I restarted on YouTube in 2024. So although the name sounds something like if I was cooking or baking, that's not what this channel is about. This actual channel is about starting over on YouTube. So just a little inside, info 411 on what the handle name of my channel is all about. But this is going to be episode 2 to Christmas 2025. We're going to start. So I'm going to do a series of videos in the same outfit because I just walked in the door and I went to 4 places. So what I did was this video series is going to consist, this particular series from tonight, which is episode 2, is going to, it's going to consist of the episodes rolling in, kind of like in parts. And this is for Christmas 2025. So this isn't necessarily like a winter series. It's more like the Christmas season. So you guys, I have 5 trees in my home. I think it's 5. It's actually not 5. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 trees in the house. And I started here in the kitchen. And if you haven't seen that video yet, hopefully you will see it. It's already ready to go. There were some things I needed to finish here in the kitchen before I could actually release the video. So I am late releasing my decorating videos, but actually this is the first formal season that I've ever done a decorate with me on this channel. So that's kind of interesting. But in today's episode, I'm not going to get too chatty. This is episode 2, and what we're going to cover is Target. Now, this was a pickup order. I did not go into Target and wander around. I basically ordered everything online. I'm pretty pleased with everything I've ordered thus far. If you saw episode 1, then you did see that I picked up some stuff in the first episode from Target. I was so pleased with that I guess that what I didn't realize with that order is that it was only partial. I didn't know that. So I put it off for a couple of days, and this is, I think I did that video. Today's the 21st, going into the 22nd, because it's about 10:45 p.m. on Friday night. I think I did it like somewhere on the 19th of November, so I think it was like a Wednesday when I did that. But this is the second episode from that order, so if that makes any sense. So then our next episode 3, I'll still be wearing these clothes. I'm going to cover Michael's and Home Goods because I only got a few things from both stores. And my last video for this particular series in this outfit, if you will, is Hobby Lobby, and that will be an over $100 haul. So let's go ahead, roll today's intro, and let's get into this big Target order for Christmas 2025. Editor, roll the tape. Okay, you guys, so before I get into the Target haul, this is my new sweatshirt I made for our podcast. I've been trying to promote the podcast, so you probably saw it in this episode as well. If you are so kind and you come across this video for the very first time, my name is Christina. This is Christina from Scratch. I started this channel in 2024, and here I am. I've had it over a year now. I am trying to get better at consistently posting on this channel, so I really hope you're enjoying the videos. Please share, like, subscribe, engage. I suffer and struggle with getting comments and likes on my videos, so I would really love to hear your thoughts, your opinions, and what you think about what I bought. It really tells YouTube, hey, I kind of like this chick. She's got a lot to say. And I like what she buys. So that would help me a lot if you guys could do that. But I also started a podcast with my ex. This is some merch I made. Super cute. I just made this recently. And it did say 2 Gen X's and a mic podcast, but this was a sample and I washed it. I tried to wash it in really light, like cool water, and I just barely dried it. And the 2 still disappeared. So I don't really know. I got to call them and tell them that I love the sweatshirt itself. It's really good quality, but for some reason the letters didn't stay up on, so I think they'll replace it. If I tell them that the letters disappeared, I'm sure they'll replace it. So I like to order samples before I even talk about anything I make, because it's important, because I don't want someone to buy something from me for like $40 on Etsy or whatever, and then end up like with a piece of material. I don't like that, even for myself, because we pay, our money's hard earned, and we want whatever we buy to last, right? At least a few washes. So let me know if you guys like my little merch. I'm very excited. All right, back into Target. So I went onto the Target website from the last video and I ordered a few things. So I'm going to reach over and I'm going to get all the bags and I'm going to put them right here on the kitchen counter, and we'll talk about what I got. So give me 1 second and I'll be back in a flash. Okay, so as you can see, we are back and I put all the merchandise on the counter. So the very first thing I want to start with is this super cute accent pillow. It is a nutcracker. It is too cool for school. It's so cute, you guys. I absolutely love it. I don't remember how much it was. I think it was like $10. They had a gingerbread to go with it, and I just didn't get it. I don't know why. I mean, I can still order it. It's still in stock, but I really wanted the nutcracker. I don't know why, but I told my mom I have this obsession with nutcrackers, and she knows I've never really liked nutcrackers. So I don't know what happened this year in 2025, but they captivated me. So I am on the hunt for looking for 2 pink nutcrackers for my room, because I'm doing my room in the original nutcracker, which is very feminine. Golds, pinks, champagne, sparkles, and stuff like that. Kind of not glam, but really pretty and elegant. So I saw this and I just thought it was absolutely adorable. And it's for my accent chair over here in the corner. So I was really happy to get this. And again, if you guys are interested, I'll link these below. But they do have a gingerbread as well. But I don't know what it was about the gingerbread that I didn't really care for. I don't know why. I remember looking at it and I was like, I don't know if I want that. I may order it anyway just to have the set, because as you know, every year that goes by, we don't know if things are going to return. So it's always good to get the set of something if you can afford to. So the 2 pillows will only cost you $20, and this is pretty large. I would say it's probably about 22 inches high. It's really cute. It has the little pom-pom on the top, and it's really a darker color with the white icing. Super cute. The exterior is red. So if you guys are fans of color, I absolutely love this, and I'm doing my kitchen in gingerbread. I haven't shown it as a whole yet, or even done a tour or anything, so just stay tuned, because I definitely intend on doing that. It's just not done yet. There's some things I want to put on the wall, and some other things I need to put above the range and stuff like that, and it's just not done. So I haven't posted that video on this channel yet, but it's coming. So anyways, I might even include it into Vlogmas, because we're moving so fast towards Thanksgiving that I don't know if I can even post it in time. But this is the nutcracker pillow from Target. So let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. So these were on sale. These are a set. I don't know if these are part of the Bullseye or if they're just part of Wondershop, but I saw them online. I have not been in Target, you guys, at all. So this was just too cool for school. It's super cute, and I just didn't want to miss out on it. I've noticed that we've shifted a little bit with the gingerbread theme stuff. So if you guys remember, when gingerbread first started coming out, it was real colorful. Remember, in one year, it was real kind of cookie-like with the traditional icing and stuff like that, but it had the candy, which was multicolored on the top. And if you guys remember, There's one classic gingerbread house that Hobby Lobby has sold for some time, and a lot of people were trying to trip over each other to get it, and then it kind of went out of style. And the more that the years passed from 2020 on, because I think I got my gingerbread house from Hobby Lobby when it was trending, and that was 2020. As we moved along, it started to get very minimal. So they kind of pulled back away from all the multicolors, and then they kind of went just with like a cookie color with just some icing, and then they kind of just did one color, which was most likely candy canes and reds and things like that. That didn't catch on at that time, if you guys know, because this is the magical year of Ralph Lauren and candy canes, and gingerbread is becoming more popular as the years pass by, but gingerbread's classic. It's been around forever. But one thing I did notice, and I wanted to say, is that gingerbreads are moving away from like the standard cinnamon color. Like, I guess I shouldn't even say cinnamon color. It's more like a just a true ginger cookie color. And so it's a little bit, I would even say it was probably like just like a tan, you know? Like not a tan, but like a really light brown. Let's say that. I don't know the exact color, but now we're moving into the true cinnamon color. So if you guys have noticed that at all, let me know. Because if you know, from 2023 to 2024, that's when we shifted away from color on the gingerbread houses at all. They kind of just pulled back away from color at all and started just releasing some gingerbread houses that just have the icing on them. And so I don't know how many of you guys have noticed that, but I certainly have. And then this year, from 2024 to 2025, I would say it probably started in 2024 when we really got the true cinnamon color. So I do have a coffee bar behind me, and I'll show you. So this is kind of the cinnamon color. This is, I mean, if you've ever seen cinnamon, then you know, I mean, obviously if you bake, but see how this is real, like sort of camel, I don't know, it's very much a camel brown color. So see, I feel like when they started doing the gingerbread houses, I feel like they kind of stayed true to cinnamon, but kept it real subtle. And then in 2024 and 2025, the gingerbread houses from Aldi, because I think who started it was, I want to say it was Pottery Barn. It was probably Pottery Barn. And then you saw some at Crate and Barrel. And then Aldi came out with the dupe that everybody was like waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning and standing in line to get these houses. And then now they've become like a thing that's not really that difficult to find anymore. Now all the stores are doing it. So my point is we've shifted more into the orangey brown, if that makes sense. So if you think, it's funny too, because if you think about like vintage wood, like if you've ever seen anybody that does DIYs, that refurbishes furniture, they'll talk about how the wood had an orange tone to it. And so I see them moving away from like the standard kind of cookie brown to a real sort of orangey brown. And then, you know, it's even more interesting is, let me share with you this nutcracker that I got also from Target. So this was a decor set that Target sold. I think I shared this in the last video. And they went super chocolate brown with this one. Like if you see that, these were sold as a set. And see how dark they are? So they're real cute. I mean, I kept them because I thought, well, that's cool because it's chocolate. It really is a cocoa color. So if you see the difference, you know what I mean? And then if you go into Hobby Lobby and you look at all the gingerbread houses, they're not even close to this. So it seems that the newest trend in 2025 is more this color. So Target is selling these pot holder sets. I think these are $10. They could be cheaper than that. They might even be $6. And now that we're truly into the pre-Black Friday week, because it's officially the 21st, it's actually almost 11 o'clock in my time on a Friday night, which I still believe it's the 21st, but we're going into the 22nd here in a minute. So I just want to kind of point that out. I don't know if any of you guys have noticed it. I mean, I know most of you that shop a lot like myself notice the difference in change, how every year something new comes out and they have to keep things trending, just like Ralph Lauren. Oh my God, Ralph Lauren, you guys, is 80 years old. He's been around forever. To me, he's a lot like Liz Claiborne or like, oh gosh, who else used to be in Kmart? Remember, I mean, if you're from my generation, then you know there were certain designers that were like it. And Ralph Lauren is just one of those designers, like Tommy Hilfiger, same thing. I mean, it's just kind of like a 90s thing, you know? So why Ralph Lauren is trending right now is beyond me. But back to gingerbread, because you know I will get off track. I got these. So I know it took me 15,000 minutes to tell you that, but these are really cute. Don't have no clue where I'm going to put them, but I thought they were really cute. Okay, next up in the bag are these two baking spoons. I don't know why I wanted them. I just realized, you know, one thing I want to tell you too is if you've never acquired, because I haven't, if you've never acquired some small little, you know, kitchen utensils or kitchen accessories, one thing I did not see, I was in Hobby Lobby tonight. That's going to be in the 3rd episode of this series right now in this outfit. I couldn't find the spoons. You know, the little spoons that people put on their coffee bar? I couldn't find them. So I'll have to go online and see if I can get some. And if not, then I'll have to order them from somewhere else like World Market or Crate and Barrel or somewhere like that. But one thing I think is really cool as well, if you have never like acquired a set like me, because I haven't either, is go onto Amazon or Temu and order a specially made rolling pin, because they have some really, really cool rolling pins. So you can also mix that in with this. I didn't see any spoons or anything. These were the only two that Target advertised. So I got these. And I do believe that these were $3 or $5 a piece. I don't know. If you've been in Target and you've seen, I will link these below, or maybe even put them on the screen if I have time. I mean, how much they are. But I got them online and I was really excited because I don't have anything gingerbread. But they don't say gingerbread. They just say baking spirits bright. That's all they say. So as you can see, those are part of the set. Sorry, I'm standing up and I'm getting in front of you. I'm like, here, look. You know what I mean? You can see me. Sorry, you can see me from there. Anyway, okay, what else did I get? I don't know. Okay, so I also got a set of tea. What are these? Tea towels, I guess. I got both. They had candy canes and they had gingerbreads. And here's the thing. In my house, I'm doing our 2 main trees in the living room in candy canes. I've never done that before. I always keep the living room some kind of elegant, like, I don't know, I just have never done candy. So this is my very first time. And I'm actually, to keep it calm, okay, and not too bright, we're going to throw in some champagne cream in there. I have quite a few coming from Walmart, so when I get that order in, I'll definitely stand and share that with you. That'll be part of this series as well. But Target had these, and I just thought they were really cute. So I'm going to put one like on the stove and one like on the dishwasher just to kind of mix it. The other side of the tea light set is regular candy canes. Super cute. Now, you know traditional candy canes are white. I'm just trying to throw in a bit of color accent, which is going to be like a cream champagne sparkle to it. So that's why I said, you know, it's classic white, and you'll see what I got in the next episode from Michael's and Home Goods. But I just kind of wanted to share that because maybe some of you just do straight gingerbread in your kitchen, but I'm mixing it. I'm doing candy canes and gingerbread so it can start in the kitchen and kind of move through the living room. And then I'm doing Ralph Lauren in the guest bedroom. I'm doing my room, my loft, my office just in crimson, which is a cranberry color, crimson red, hunter green, and chocolate brown. And let me tell you, oh my God, chocolate brown is impossible to find right now. It's nuts. So I'm being forced to go online and like order my flocked ornaments from Temu. It's only, well, I mean, it is kind of late, but that's kind of my fault. Like I should have went in early like everybody else. Let me just tell you guys, as the years pass, shop in freaking August, okay? The minute they start putting out Christmas stuff, go and get what you need if you can afford to, or plan this year for next year to have your budget ready. Because I just talked to the manager at Hobby Lobby and she said, I don't know what it is. And I said, it's TikTok. Like, cause she goes, we are out of everything. Like we're even concerned about, you know, the people that shop right about this time of year, because we're just completely sold out of everything. So they, you know, the big Hobby Lobby that we have here sold out completely. So it just shocked me. But one thing I can say about the Hobby Lobby that I went to, I know we're talking about Target, but I popped into Hobby Lobby and I just want to say, I'll talk a little bit more about it in the Hobby Lobby video, so I don't want to get too gabby about it, but I will tell you that we have 2 Hobby Lobbies here, and the small one in my area that's not far away from me, they damage everything. The consumers damage everything. They break everything. So in the other Hobby Lobby that I went to, it was much more, organized, but it was just wiped. I was like, God, there's nothing. I couldn't even find green. I was like, how can you go and shop for Christmas and not have any green? She goes, we're just sold out. She goes, you can walk through the entire store and see if we have any on the top shelves. But isn't that crazy? So just remember, all of this that I'm sharing with you from Target is scouring every store in my area and just picking up my orders. I'm not even bothering to go in the store. I should, but I'm not. Okay, so that was this. Okay, the next set that I got was the gingerbread set that they have, which is really cute. It's very neutral. I love that. It also has the darker brown. And that's okay too, it comes with another towel set in the back. I do want to say, if you're looking for any kind of gingerbread throw, because I know a lot of people are looking, like if you're looking for a really pretty gingerbread throw blanket, let's say you just want to add it to your baskets or implement it somehow where it blends into whatever room you're doing in. Go to Home Goods or TJ Maxx, Marshalls, those types of places, because they seem to have more of a variety of the gingerbread houses blankets. So I just kind of wanted to say that because I know gingerbread itself is very popular, but gingerbread houses, they're really hard to find. Tonight I went to TJ Maxx and I went to Home Goods, and it looked like all the throws were more like pink. Everything that had like a gingerbread house on it was pink. So I was very grateful that I got one of these sets from Target that was a neutral color. So like I said, if you can afford to, double up, okay? Because you just never know. If you really, really like them and you're going to be using them frequently this year, get a second set while they're in stock. So if you like them that much, next year when you do your gingerbread for your kitchen, you'll have a second one. Okay, next up. I don't know why I always get giddy when I get home. Anyway, next up, I have just a couple more things that are gingerbread oriented that I got from in the store. Very excited. It still seems early enough. So I did get this set of gingerbread measuring cups. So I will be doing a bake with me, I believe, on this channel. Once in a while I do bake with me's. I probably do a retro bake with me because I've done one in the past. And sometimes on my channels, you guys, I've been on YouTube for a really long time and I've had a series of channels. I've had 80,000 channels. Honestly, I've been on YouTube for 15 years. So I've had a lot of different channels. I've started over. I feel like a failure with YouTube, to be honest. But just to let you know, I've done pretty much every video you could ever think of. So if you see me post a retro video, I'll probably voice over it and intro it. But I do bake once in a while. So I do think I'm going to do a bake with me here this year in 2025. And I really hope to use these measuring cups. So again, remember, we are in the pre-Black Friday week right now. So make sure if you want a set of these, get it now, because otherwise they will be sold out. And I just thought they were really cute. So I went ahead and got those. So I'm very excited. You know what I didn't see, and I'll look tonight because I have a couple more things I have to order from Target, but I didn't see that they had a measuring spoon set. So if they do, let me know in the comments below if you guys have seen these in Target personally. I'll have to ask my friend Mel because she goes into all the stores all the time. But if they do have a spoon set, let me know. Okay. And lastly, I got this, which was the napkin holder. I didn't know what to put on the table, and my mom really likes Santas. So in our living room, as I mentioned, I'm doing gingerbread with candy canes in the kitchen. Then it's going to move into the living room to be the main tree will be a candy cane tree. Then the second tree that's sort of in front of it will be a Santa tree because my mom loves Santas. I'm not going to do reindeers this year. I'm going to do Santas in the smaller tree. So I was kind of on the fence of what to put on the dining room table, and I bought some round circular placemats, and I didn't have time. I kind of looked a little bit tonight at Home Goods because I did spend the majority of my time probably in Home Goods, but I also looked at Michael's and I didn't see any placemats that I really liked. And that's the most fun is, when you're going into when you're going into Home Goods and TJ Maxx and Marshalls and places like that, it's always fun to look at the placemats because that's where you get, I think, the best price. But Target had this cute little napkin dispenser, And I just thought it was adorbs. So I definitely got it. It is on sale right now. As of this morning, I think everything went red this morning for Black Friday week, like I said. So if you want one of these, definitely check them out. I think this went as low. It was originally $10 and now I think it's $6.50. So if you guys are interested, definitely check it out and, you know, get one because they are absolutely adorable. Okay, you guys, so I just want to go ahead and share with you that I did look up on the Target app, and they do have the measuring spoons. They are not brown though, just the actual gingerbread on them is brown. So this is what they look like, and they're silver. I wish they would have did them in gold because I think they would have been prettier in gold, but they did them in silver. And then I also just want to share with you that they do have candy canes, and I ordered them both because they're on sale. So I ordered them just now, and I'll pick them up tomorrow. But here is the candy cane ones, and those are also silver. So very, very cute. I just kind of want to share that with you because if you get the opportunity, make sure and pick them up immediately. Also, they do have a set. I shared the last week, in my last video, I shared this set. These are on sale. They were normally $15 and now they are on a set of 2 for $10. So I did want to share that with you. Get them while you can. And again, I'm making this video on November 21st, 2025. I will try to get this up for you probably Sunday because tomorrow's video, or the video you saw before this, was my very first haul. So I just kind of want to share with you what's going on for Sunday, the 23rd, 2025, that as of the 20th, 2025 at Target, everything is now going red, meaning that it's on like a pre-Black Friday sale. So I would highly encourage you to go on the website before you go into the stores, but you know, you don't have to because you can still go in the stores and get the prices, but definitely check those out. So if you really like the measuring spoons, the measuring cups, make sure you try to grab the measuring spoons as well. And then that should be something that you should be able to hang on to for quite some time in the future, especially if you're like me and you want to repeat, you know that you like something and you're going to be doing it for a while. So this is my second annual year of doing gingerbread, and I'm really having a ball with it because we've been moving so much, so it's kind of fun to play in different kitchens and see how, you know what I mean? Like what I can do with everything and how different I can decorate everything as we go. So next year I'll be in a brand new house that's going to be bigger than this one. And we'll see if it's, a newer build like this one, or if it's something a little bit older, but we are looking for a sizable kitchen because there are 4 adults in our household, not right now, but there will be. And we all cook, all 4 of us. So we're not big on eating out. We watch what we eat. So we don't splurge eating out very much. And so the kitchen area is really important to all of us. Okay, so that is everything from this bag. The other bag was another set. Well, I did get a couple other things actually. So I'm very excited to share this with you. So I did get a mini stocking, and I'll tell you why. Because there was originally up here on my coffee bar thing was a gingerbread house from Walmart, and it had a thingy on it. It had a thing where you could hang the little stocking. And so I thought, you know what, let me get one of these. And so I probably will grab a second one so I can put one. Like I said, you should always buy in 2s. And I didn't buy 2. I've only bought 1. So I'm going to hop on the website since I just ordered the measuring cups. I'll add another one of these while they're in stock, because if I don't, they'll be gone. So always order 2, but these are really fun. And one thing I've learned is you can use stocking holders as decor. So don't forget that. You know what I mean? Like if you want to add a little mini, stocking to you could get some command hooks. And if you have the right kind of tile in your backsplash, you can just hang these up and they'll look really cute. You could even, label them if you want to. Maybe give your gingerbread man a name. Who knows? But anyways, I just got one of these because when I originally ordered this, it was for this but I will tell you what I'm having a really hard time finding, and that is gingerbread salt and pepper shakers. I've been all over town and I can't find any of them. So I looked, Home Goods did have a few styles of them, but I didn't care for them this year. And I don't know, I think I saw a couple of people go into Ross and scored some salt shakers, but I couldn't find them. So I went into my original home, Ross, over here in the area that I live in, and they didn't have any salt shakers at all that I could see unless I missed them. Then I went into the other location tonight, which is the 21st, like I said, of 2025, November. And this Ross has much more. And one thing I've learned is, at least from the last few days, is that our stores are getting messy. They're basically getting overstocked and they're just throwing everything on tables. They're not organizing anything. So that was really interesting. But go ahead and get on the website and try to grab one of these because they are absolutely adorable. If you use them, you can use them in your kitchen and you could even hang one up or two. So definitely check this out. I don't remember how much this was. It was originally, let me see. It was originally, it doesn't even say. I don't know. Maybe I put it on the screen, but either way, it's super adorable. So I hope you guys check it out. Okay, guys, next up is a little headband. Now I got this for Naomi for when she comes over to do our gingerbread, our annual gingerbread house making. I just got her this. I thought it was super cute. She loves headbands and I know she'll love this. I probably won't let her take it home though because it's going to become a traditional thing with her and I. We had a gingerbread contest, well, not a contest, but we did gingerbread houses together last year. She had such a blast. I had nothing but like a bunch of candy, assortment and everything, and she was so excited. So I just thought to make it more festive and make it more fun, I bought her a little headband to wear while we do our little gingerbread houses. So I think this was like $5 or something, but I think it's on sale for $3. So if you guys have any little ones or nieces, nephews, grandkids, or anything like that, this is really fun. I did not see a boy, just so you know, but this is fun for the girls. Okay, so one other thing. So I did decide that since I'm doing gingerbread in the kitchen so much, I figured that I would start adding to my gingerbread collection. I do have everything on my tree is something I've accumulated over time. I have not bought any new gingerbread ornaments at all in the last couple of years. So I figured I would pick some up. So I got these from Target and they are really cute. They were on sale for $3 and I just thought they were adorable. I don't think they're any different. I don't think there was a boy. Is there a boy and a girl? No, these are just two girls. I did not see a boy. So before I order the measuring cups and place the order, I will see if there's a boy. But as far as I know, from what I could see on the website, this was all that I could see. And I do believe these were $3. They probably are on sale even more now because I ordered these before the sale started. So definitely wanted to add to my gingerbread collection. Okay, it looks like there is one more thing that I decided to add, and that was I ordered a little gingerbread mug, and I didn't know how small it was when I got it, but it was so adorable when I received it that I decided to get another one. So they were kind enough to wrap it, and it's just a tiny little gingerbread guy. And this is what, I got an extra one because I wanted to put the spoons in there. And so it's just really cute. If you noticed this from my last video, there wasn't multiple designs for this one. It was basically just one design with this particular gingerbread, you know, kind of dressed in this little scarf. That's it. They didn't have multiple. So I just made sure that I got an extra one because, like I said, always buy in twos. I know a lot of people say, well, I don't need to buy in twos, but you really should, because if one breaks or chips or cracks and they don't sell them anymore and you really fall in love with them or they're your favorite, you're going to be like, oh, crap, I should have bought two. So always buy in twos. And so this was on sale, I think, for $3. But I think it's regularly $5. Okay, and last but not least is the greenery, the Christmas greenery. So I just want to share that with you really quick and then I will let you go. So I mentioned, I guess I was car vlogging and I didn't realize that, because when they put these in the car, I didn't realize that they actually gave them to me, because I was like, hey, wait a minute, didn't I order another second set? And I did. So if you saw in the first video, I ordered these wreaths with these little red bows and they really are pretty. And I definitely encourage you. They are on sale right now for $9.50 for two, which is absolutely a great price. And they have these little red velvet bows on them already with the ribbon. They're really super nice. So I highly recommend that. Like if you put mini wreaths on your bar stools or you put mini wreaths on your cupboards or whatever it is, these are going to be great because they give like a touch of elegance to your kitchen. I love the fact that the ribbon was already red because I was doing gingerbread and candy cane, and I thought, good, now I don't have to buy ribbon for these particular. Now you can always switch out the ribbon if you don't like them, but for me they worked out perfectly because I was doing the kitchen and gingerbread and just so happened to like the ribbon on them. And they're from Target, so they do. I think these are from the Wondershop, so they're not from McGee & Co. or whatever the girl is, Hearth and Hand or whatever it is. These are just, from the Wondershop. So I highly recommend. They are on sale right now, currently 2 for $9.50. Okay, and last but not least, I am doing my room in Flocked. My room is going to be the only room in Flocked. Now, this is the second year I started switching from flock to green. For a while there, I was really stuck on flock trees and was really, just loving flock trees in general. And then, I started moving into green, and I used green last year and I'm using it again. I bought more green trees this year. This is not flock tree, as you can see, it's green. So for my room, because I wanted to do kind of more of a pinkish, kind of lighter champagne, whatever, color scheme, I went ahead and got flocked. So I ordered this from Target. It looks like it's really a really good quality, and it is a pre-lit garland. So I got a 9-foot pre-lit garland from Target. Now this is new for me because I normally don't buy my garland from Target. I normally buy it from Walmart. So if you guys know that I have a horror story from Walmart, I am now going to be transitioning to purchasing a lot more from Target. I've always loved Target, but I just don't shop there a lot because they're so expensive. But now I'm finding that they're really not. They're kind of average. So if you guys want a good quality garland that's pre-lit, definitely check out Target. These were on sale. I want to say this was 10 something, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 13. But regardless, these kind of garlands are always, I like the traditional garland. I'm not, I bought a My Texas House garland. I bought 2 of them because a creator said, oh yeah, Walmart's selling these. It's like a cedar floppy, it's supposed to be realistic garland. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And I was going to use it in the living room, and I was like, I don't like this garland. I mean, everybody talks about this high-end stuff, and I just have to tell you that I am a traditional vintage girly. I'm just practical. I don't, what I mean? Like, whatever looks cute to me and looks presentable. Obviously, I want to get better at decorating, but I really don't want to fall into the Meet the Joneses. I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that whatever it is that I'm doing, even if I'm buying something that's trending, it's still kind of to my particular taste. I don't want to fall on the bandwagon of doing what everybody and their mother is doing. I would rather just, kind of still buy what's recommended, but use it the way that I think it should be used. So, and obviously Pinterest is inspiration and stuff. I'm not saying, that I'm not trying to learn how to decorate. It's just, I noticed that a lot of creators just want everybody to buy. They're there to sell, and it's just gotten so bad that it's like everybody's sleepwalking. It's like we're all robots and they tell you to buy something and you buy it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and that's just an example of when I told you that I talked to Hobby Lobby and they said, we don't know what the hell is going on this year, but whatever's happening, we are selling out like crazy. And it's only certain things, obviously, because the influencers are saying, hey, buy this and only this. Don't mix this, don't mix that. And I just want to say, if you're a person that likes to follow design, obviously do that. But you don't have to do what everybody else is doing. You can still purchase something that someone is recommending and still go with your own style or your own taste, and it can still be beautiful. And who knows, you may be one of the people out here on socials that ends up going viral for being yourself. So just keep that in mind. Okay? Okay, so the very last thing I have to share with you, and then I will let you go, are the wreaths that were on sale. They are very good quality. They're a little smaller than I thought. I guess that was my bad. But these, I believe, are 14 inches. They are flocked. They're very well made. I'm very excited to have these. Like I said, this is my first year of buying this kind of stuff from Target. I normally buy all this stuff from Walmart. So I'm very happy. This is really nice. It's really all I have to do now is just fluff it out a little bit and create it to my own liking. So what I plan on doing is I'm going to put these on my walls. They might be too small. I don't know. We'll see. Because I figured what I could do if they're too small is put 2 on each side, which is something I thought. Maybe put them, I don't know if you agree, but maybe put them like this. You know what I mean? And just make them kind of look, instead of just putting one single wreath on each side of my bed, or instead of putting artwork, but put like a wreath on the wall and then maybe add something to it. So I don't know. I don't want to overwhelm my wall with wreaths, but at the same time, these are kind of small. They weren't as big as I thought they were. I thought they were like 24 inches, and I guess they're not. They're like 14 or 16 maybe. So just be mindful when you order them if you don't pay attention to dimensions like I didn't. It doesn't mean that it's not a great product, because it is. It's beautiful. But at the same time, just know that if you're planning on hanging it, like let's say in your bedroom or something, I would highly recommend getting a size bigger because it's going to look too small. Unless you have it mixed with something, it's going to definitely be too small. But I will say that this is a perfect size to use like on your mirror. Like if you have a full-size mirror in your bedroom or something, this is a perfect size to put on the mirror and it just will look beautiful. So yeah, if you're looking, you know, I don't know if you drape like garland over your full-size mirror. You can also add a wreath onto it. I've seen people do that. That's also on Pinterest, I believe. But one thing I didn't look at and I'm going to check into is if they have these in regular green, because I did not look. But because all I saw was the flock. So I will let you know in the next episode if they do have green. But these were a great price. I think they were like $15 or $13 or something like that. And I think they're even lower now because we're in that pre-Black Friday week. So definitely check it out if you get a chance to go in the store. But also just, you know, check out the website and see what store around you has them in stock and just drive over there and have them bring them out to you because I do think they are really good quality. All right, you guys, so that is going to do it for this episode. This was episode 2. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Stay tuned. I do have decorating videos coming. They are late, but better late than never is always what I say. I am currently finishing up my kitchen, so I'm very excited to share that with you. And then I will definitely be sharing my living room. So I'm very excited to bring that to the channel. I have not brought any decorating or anything to this channel because I just started it in 2024. And I think I started it in the summertime. So this is kind of the first official I think holiday season that I brought to this channel. I may be wrong, but I do believe that this channel, I haven't done anything yet. I usually do Vlogmas every single year, but I don't do it on my main channel. I do it on my vlog channel. So if you guys are interested in hanging out with me for Vlogmas for 2025, make sure you check out the front page of my YouTube channel here. That will tell you where else you can find me. Also, I have a brand new podcast that I created with my ex where we're talking about aging. We're both over 40, obviously, and we are just talking about the differences and how life changes as you age. We talk about everything. We talk about life. We talk about kids. We talk about marriage. He's ex-military, so he has a lot of boy talk for you. I am pretty much domestic and vintage frame of mind, very traditional. So if that is something that you're interested, I highly recommend. Hopefully you saw the reel before this episode started because I'm going to continue on with that. And I just really hope you guys check it out, support us, and subscribe. Also, if you guys like this video, please make sure you tap the like button and comment. I would love to know your thoughts about some of the things I found from Target. Did you shop at Target this year? I'd really love to know. Did you like anything I shared? Are you going to run out and get it? I really hope so. I will link what I can below for you guys so you can kind of just find it immediately on the Target website if that's the route you're going to go. Otherwise, you're free to walk into the store and try to find what you can or look on the website and see what location has it in stock. So thank you guys for hanging out. Make sure and stay tuned for episode 3. I will be in the same clothes just so you know. And the next video coming up is going to be from Home Goods and from Michael's. So I hope to see you there. You guys take care. Happy holidays, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.